vibrations surround I. So I don't let the moment unfold. I am aware. Aware of myself in the midst. Aware of vibrations around I. So I don't let the moment unfold. I am aware. So I don't let the moment unfold. I am aware. Myself in the midst, aware of vibrations around I, so I don't let the moment confound I and I. That was Janine. I don't know where in the mix. So next tune up is Youth Lion and Ratacut Battle. And who am I playing it to? I'm playing it to all of us who's feeling it out there nowadays. That's who I'm playing it to. Situations are so dire straits for a lot of us that you soon see the rat them cutting bottle to eat the bottle. So there's nothing else to eat out there.
Okay, I thought you was just playing it for some people who don't have food for their yard.
Yeah, the rat them don't have food for their yard. That's how hard it is. Not even the rat them have food.
Is it?
They have more food than
the rat them disappear, man. Summertime them safe, you know what I mean? And then when the winter time come and they can't go out there hunting, you know what I mean? They don't have enough food. So greetings and welcome, family. Welcome to Blessed Radio. But there again, you know what I mean? So go on with your works, you know how you go. Today, what a wonderful day is today, isn't it, people?
Yes, it's very nice. It's quite hot actually. It's mellow. You wouldn't think it was hot. We're looking out there, you think it's going to rain or something like. But when you go out there, the heat hits you, hits you hard. But it's not a horrible kind of heat, should I say? It's all right. It's cool. It's nice.
Supposing it's supposed to be hotter than this. Supposing this country is turning into a tropical country. And no one ain't saying nothing because I see some mosquito the other day, brethren. And the way they're big, I'm saying, like, you know what? These mosquitoes are getting too smart. You know what I mean? And why is mosquitoes here in the first place?
Water in it. Wherever there's water around and them kind of damp places and stuff. But the mosquitoes over here are actually bigger than the ones over abroad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're much bigger than the ones over abroad. Over abroad, you have the little things. Over here, there's these big, massive black
things.
You
hear that, people?
Some. I'm just gonna laugh. I'm not even saying that.
Yeah, some big, massive black thing.
Oh my God!
That's what she's seeing at the night. You sure that's what you see?
It is. I've been bitten by them. Worse. Listen, I went to Jamaica. And I was bitten in Jamaica by the mosquitoes over there, yeah?
Okay.
Weren't too bad. You see, when I came over here, I was bitten by these ones over here now. It was hotter than the bites in Jamaica. And bigger than the bites in Jamaica. I know because they're over here is dirty, I don't know, germs in the water, what I don't know. But something was different. It was worse over here than over there.
Maybe you did taste different.
Maybe.
You see, when you leave here,
yeah,
you did raw, they never like you. When you go out yard and you eat some good food and some mango and some jelly coconut and thing, and you come back and you're not alone, friend, saying, are you me wait for? Our fruits ripe.
That's what it is.
When you lay down in the bed,
I was well seasoned up.
by your side, the pillow waiting, you're not alone, friend them. Yeah, and come in at your bed, come drink your blood without your permission, come at the bar. Yeah, but they've got some big mosquitoes over here, though.
Yeah, they're massive.
Yeah, so we're gonna do. We're gonna give you the
greetings to my brother DJ Snipes. Blessings,
well,
my
go on,
brother.
Snipes. Everything
Blessings,
is everything.
My brother. Blessings, my brother.
All right. So if you see a mosquito and it's coming over to you and it's going in your ears, it's trying to give you a message.
And what's that message?
Him want bite you. Him like you. He wants to kiss you.
Yeah, then suck your blood. Yeah.
And then send you go to the chemist.
Yeah, innit?
You know what I mean? If you get some
So
big
how
cream.
comes the mosquitoes over here don't give you malaria?
You,
And they say the mosquitoes abroad give you malaria.
you know what? There's only one person you can ask about that, and that's the mosquito.
Because you think that the mosquito over here, then they're dirty water. The water over here is not always clean in the parts that they hover around and
But
stuff
do
like
you
that.
think it's the mosquito that gives you the malaria, or is it the water that gives you the malaria?
Or what they put in the water that gives you the malaria. That
No,
gives the
but
mosquito
back
malaria.
there, they don't put nothing in the water. The water is just raw water. It's not going through no pipes or no nothing. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But the water over here goes through pipes and this and reservoirs and all of that stuff.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, in the parts, there's some parts where the mosquitoes are hovering around dirty water that's not been filtered and stuff like that.
And
So the mosquitoes that are hovering around there, they must have some type of disease.
So are you jealous that the mosquitoes over here ain't giving you malaria?
Jealous? I ain't jealous, but I'm just trying to. I'm getting into a conspiracy theory kind of thing here now. That's what I'm saying. So how comes we ain't getting malaria from the mosquitoes?
Not
that's
we.
over here?
No, include me. You won. But we hear people about we, you know.
But
We
think
don't
about
want
it.
to know.
But
You
think-
want to
Yeah,
know.
but think about it though.
Think about it.
Because if they're saying it's from the water, there's not all waters are clean over here, and mosquitoes do hover around these not so clean waters over here. So they must be biting the people and giving them disease. How come you don't hear about that?
Listen to me. I think they're just born from the water, and the more sugar you got in your blood is the bigger meal you have, and it's the more of their brethren they're gonna call you. You understand? You're like a raider. You see, when you're full of sugar and mango and all these wonderful things, you know what I mean? It's just like a candle in the dark. You know what I mean? They could see the sugar bag coming, no matter what color skin it's in. You understand? You could have in a black skin, white skin, brown skin. It don't make no difference. Your mosquito don't care. He just sees you. Your mosquito don't care. Him and him brethren them just a wait for someone like you, walking bag of sugar, and they come and say, "Yo, Pearlz, come here. I want to tell you something, you know." And that's it, man. Make a hole in your skin.
Yeah,
Take
but
some
still
blood.
there's something to think about. Though.
Make some babies on you.
Oh no, don't say that.
I mean, you think mosquitoes just drink blood?
Ugh, well, don't say that.
They're digging that thing in you in the flesh.
Yeah, that's what
Like
they
how
say
the
though,
dogs
innit?
them, you know when the dog them walk up to a woman and they just try to mount the leg.
Yeah.
That's what the mosquitoes doing to your arm.
Ugh, stop it. Ugh.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Producing babies in
Oh,
your arm.
God, stop it.
Mosquito sperm going in your arm.
Oh God, stop it! Going too deep.
Aye.
You see,
Mosquito sperm. And that's
this is the Pearlz of Wisdom show, and here's the Pearlz of Wisdom being dropped by Brother Bless.
I'm trying to help her family. I want her to know that she is also taking part of the food chain of the mosquito. And if you don't get your blood, you can't go out there and breed some more woman mosquito and come back to you and say, "Yo, I want you to be the incubator, you know, I can just put some of my people in, you know."
Oh God, that's disgusting.
Yeah, man.
That's nasty.
And then you just keep scratch till they drop off.
I'll stop it. So let's get off the subject of
I know you
mosquito
want
now.
to have the debate.
Anyway,
Yeah,
can I
that's how
play
you want friend them.
this I was gonna play the rap cut button and I can't bother.
And you got no films about it, you got no tune about mosquito.
No, I got no tunes about no mosquito. I'm gonna play Janine, keep
So have
holding
you got
on.
that tune called Mosquito Bore Skin?
No, this is Janine, keep holding on. I don't know what. Here.
Keep holding on. Keep holding on. Ooh. Keep holding on. My brothers and sisters, don't let them draw you out. Maintain composure in spite of what's going on. Speak the truth or hold your mouth. Hey, all this talking, everyone one seems to have an answer or a question to state. Then when the tension's sparking, everyone is quite content to wait until the danger dissipates, because the eloquence and intellect mastered by the few are really not indicative of what they can do. So rather than be guided by the words of someone else, seek the truth for yourself and keep holding on. My brothers and sisters, don't let them draw you out. Maintain composure in spite of what's going on. Speak the truth or hold your mouth. Egos flaring, making it impossible to progress even when the way is clear. Now self-defeat preparing to take away a drive and leave you crippled, barely walking cause of fear. Because the violence and injustice perpetrated by the few are highly indicative of what they will do to you. So join the competition for a coffin or a stripe, or make your own way and choose life by holding on. My brothers and sisters, don't let them draw you out. Maintain composure in spite of what's going on. Speak the truth or hold your mouth. See when the light is shining, learn and overstand the way the cycles regulate the course of life. Tune into natural timing, forget about the obstacles, focus on the goal you have inside. Because perspective makes a difference between tragedy and things meant to provide you with an opportunity. Yes, consciousness will guide you and keep you in the right. Just stay focused on the light and keep holding on. Don't let them draw you out. Maintain composure in spite of what's going on. Ooh, speak the truth or hold your mouth. Keep holding on. Oh, don't let them draw you out. Whoa, in spite of what's going on. Yeah. Speak the truth or hold your mouth.
Well, I said the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, you know what I mean? Firm up. Know yourself. Chain!
Going out to my sister Empress Vaughn. This one is for you, my darling. You know Jah, he always provides milk and honey, my darling. So no matter the circumstances and situation, milk and honey is for you, darling.
Fire, gonna burn out them souls. Lightning and thunder, brimstone and fire, gonna burn out them souls. Whoa.
Right, let me digress. Sorry, my sister. This is melting pot. This is milk and honey that I wanted for you. So, Empress Vaughn, excuse me. This is melting pot, my darling. I always say it all goes down here at the studio. It all goes down here at the studio. Let me find my tune for my sister, because this is definitely for her. Let me find milk and honey for you, my darling. Yeah.
Mummy, do you have any water?
Oh my God, my daughter's asking me for water on the station.
Hi,
you know.
guys.
Here, she's something else, you know. Empress Vaughn, let me find my milk and honey for you, my darling, because it's definitely for you. Because I know with Jah, you know, he provides milk and honey for us. Here it is, my darling. This is for you.
Milk and honey don't stop. Let Jaja bring forth milk and honey those. Jah. Say we don't care for the name, no sir. I say we don't care for the name, no sir. Jaja bring forth honey those. No, 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 no. Bring forth milk and honey those. Let the newsmen write what they wanna write. Let the wicked believe what they wanna believe. They're gonna bring forth some honey. Don't stop. Jaja bring forth milk and honey. Don't stop. Let the always strong. You give dreadnoughts the power to be good and strong. Bring forth honey. Don't stop, Jah. Jah bring forth milk and honey. Don't stop. Hey. Jah. Jaja gonna bring forth honey, don't stop. Jaja bring forth milk and honey, don't stop. Away now. Jah, milk and honey, let me see.
And that was Raging Fire, Milk and Honey, on the album Remembering Dennis Brown. And once again, this is blessradio.org, and this is the Pearls of Wisdom show, and this is your host, Lady Pearlz, and that was for my sister Empress Vaughn. Right, big and serious now. One thing I do like about Bless Radio is that, you know, we can make mistakes on here and we can laugh and joke about it. This is why I love this platform here, because it gives you the opportunity to grow. We don't take things too seriously around here, even though, you know, being on radio, it is a serious thing, but we, you know, we've got space to grow, and I love that. I've been away for a while, so getting back into it, you know, just taking my time and feeling things out and etc. Little mistakes here and there, but it's all good, because you know what, when you make the mistakes, you know where you need to develop yourself and get better. So, you know, bear with me while I get myself back into, you know, this radio thing here and stuff like that. So today it is completely different, because to tell you the honest truth, I didn't really prepare my show as I should have prepared my show. You know, a lot been going on, life's been going on as per usual, going on with life. And you know, I don't know if those who remember, I said I resigned from my job, my 9 to 5, and I decided that now I'm going self-employed to start my own business. And as I've been finding, because this is why I've been away as well, because I've now finding out how, you know, it is, or what it takes to become self-employed. And I will use myself as an example, to just in case there are others who are listening out there and they also want to become self-employed. You know, there are a lot of steps that you have to go through. There's a lot of steps, and I will advise you to make sure that before you are planning on going self-employed, that you really and truly have a good business plan written up. you need a proper business plan written up of, exactly what your business is. What needs are they going to supply, what space in the market they're going to fill. You just want people to know who you are. What's your ethics? What are you about? What are you there for? You get what I'm saying? You need to know that for yourself as well, because if you do not know what you're there for, you're going to easily get sidetracked. You'll either easily get bored, or you just give up easy. So you need to know exactly what market you're filling. Are your goals realistic? What are you really about? Are you really ready for the longevity of being self-employed, and etc. So I've been learning about all these things while I've been away, checking out everything, and seeing how it is, looking at other people who are self-employed and how they're running their business, what it's all about. There's so many things involved in it, but it's a very exciting time for me, because I know that this is my path. This is now the only way for me to go. I can't go back to being a 9-to-5. It's just not in me no more. I just cannot work for somebody else. So I have to now go forward on this path, full blown. So, that's the reason, for the absence. So I'm back now.
What was the reason?
What was the reason? Because I was just explaining to him about going self-employed, being your own boss. And all the steps and what it takes to become your own boss. Because some may think it's just easy to just, become self-employed, but there's steps to it. There's so many different things, and then you're responsible for
your taxes,
for everything. Yeah, you've got to do for your books. Like I said, your accounts. You have to be in charge of your own accounts. Like I said, your taxes.
Are you sure you're ready for this, though?
Paying for your, making sure that there's so many things involved. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I'm just trying to let you know, to be realistic, what it all entails, what's involved, in all of it. It's scary, but at the same time, very, very exciting, because it opens up a world of opportunity. Yeah? What's that? Exciting?
No.
What did you say? What sounds
You said it's scary.
Oh, scary, yeah.
But very exciting.
Yeah, it is.
And that's like, even if you got a gift and you want to, your talent, you want to do something, especially if you're doing something for the first time and you don't know what's going to happen and you got no idea, you're just going to try it. It is a bit,
you know what I mean?
Some of us have our gifts that we sit down on and don't use them.
And this is what I'm saying.
And you know you're good at it, but you're scared to do it. You know what I mean? You're like, but what if?
Yeah.
That question there, but you sit down on your butt. Yeah. That's it. You know what I mean?
That's a good one. You sit down. Yeah, you sit down on your butt. That's right. That's for true. Yeah.
And that's why when you say but this, but that, what you do, you sit down on your butt.
That's right.
You can't move because you're up on this butt. So you end up stay up on the butt till you don't move.
Till it don't. That's right. Your butt.
Yeah, because you're saying but this.
In the and that's exactly what it was with me. And like I said, I have to give it to you raw and plain, blessradio.org, because that's just me. When you come onto the Pearlz of Wisdom show, you just get it raw from me. I don't hide anything. I'm an open book.
You don't hide nothing.
I don't hide a thing.
Can I have your PIN number?
Yeah? No, they can't have a PIN number. But, I'm just telling you as it is, because it's real. It's reality. I'm not going to hide reality from you. Let me tell you something. I had to become ill. Yeah, before I realised that, something, it's time for you to use your talents and gifts. I'll give you a little list of what I can do. I make clothes, I make bags, I make jewellery, furniture. I can take a branch of wood from a tree and I can turn it into lamps, I can turn it into tea holders, turn my hand.
You can do that?
I can do a whole lot of stuff.
Alright, listen, I need you. I really need you. You hear what she just said, like, from family? Tell them what you can do with trees.
Oh God, I can make them into lamps. I can make them into tea light, the tea light holders. I can I can do a whole load of stuff. But I was sitting on that gift, that same butt. I was sitting on it, but. Yeah, and I was going to work to this job. Yeah, that I could not stand after a while. Couldn't stand the people that was there. Having to deal with certain little issues. In the job, being sick. When I say sick, my body literally broke down to the point that I was blacking out on a regular basis from anxiety, knowing that I had to go into that workplace. One particular morning, I got up, I felt dizzy, I lay down on my bed, and then I woke up at the bottom of my stairs. Yeah, on my back.
Hold on.
I don't know how I got there.
Hold on a minute. So, I think you might need some help here. You went to your bed.
Yes.
And you woke up on the stairs.
I woke up. Now, what happened?
People,
I woke up
this
that
is a
morning.
clear case of sleepwalking.
No, it's not. Listen, I woke up that morning and I thought to myself, this is what came to my mind.
That's why I don't smoke them kind of thing there. You know?
Me not smoke a thing.
So, you can go to your bed and wake up on the stairs.
Let me tell you how it got. I said I went to my bed.
Yeah.
I woke up the morning.
On the stairs.
Praise Father, thank you. Yeah, no, let me talk now. Let me tell you it. I woke up that morning, and my first thought was in the morning was, oh my God, I got to go to that place. Yeah, that's what my thought was, the workplace, right? I started to feel dizzy. I was going into my daughter's room to go and get our clothes, her clothes sorted out for school, whatever. Yeah, and I started to feel dizzy. I went and I laid down for a little while. So let me lay down for a little while because the dizziness should pass in a few minutes or whatever, yeah? I woke up at the bottom of my stairs. So
where was you sitting before you...
On my bed.
All right, so you... right, now people, get this picture. You got to your bed.
I woke up.
Feeling kind of dizzy.
No, I didn't. I woke up from my sleep, from having my night's sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, went to my bed at night, woke up in the morning. I got up. Now it's time to get ready for work, get the children for school, etc. and etc. I said, when I got up the morning, I said, my thoughts were, God, I've got to go to that place. I don't want to go to that workplace. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to go into work. I just don't want to go to that place. So I'm getting up to go about my daily business and whatever the case may be. Then I started to feel dizzy. I went and I laid back down for a little while because I thought, okay, the feeling should pass. I laid back down, and like I said, I must have closed my eyes. I must have done. And like I said, I woke up at the bottom of my stairs. So from closing my eyes, I must have gotten up, not realising I've gotten up and I've fallen down my stairs.
Oh, you fall down the stairs?
I've fallen down my stairs. Blacked out. I've fallen down my stairs and I've woken up at the bottom of my stairs.
So, hold on. Supposing you got up, you went out, done something, come back in, pass out on the stairs, you don't know what happened. What happened? Will you think you just get out of the bed and we just drop down the stairs and don't wake up? What kind of... Your head tough. Because I know, say, if I fall off the bed, that alone is waking me up.
I blacked out, but I'm totally black. But this is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to explain the severity of stress and anxiety, what it can have on you when you're going to a place that you do not like. You understand what I'm saying? A workplace that you do not like. It's like you're torturing yourself. You're torturing the whole of your system.
You don't get this dangerous though, because
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Got up out of your bed, and you don't know how you got from your bedroom to the bottom of the stairs.
Bottom of my. I woke. I fell down the stairs. The whole left side of my body was mash up, bruise up.
Oh, what a shit!
I took my poor son. I felt it for my children because I was there. But let me just give you this joke.
You sure some doppy just take
no doppy, never nothing. I was not listening. When Father was telling me, the Almighty was telling me, leave the job, because your Father would talk to you. Almighty would tell you, don't do this, don't go here, don't do. And if you don't listen, them say, oh, can't hear, we'll feel. So I had to feel because I weren't listening, because you know how long I'm supposed to leave that job? Anyway, people, as I was laying down at the bottom of the stairs, realising, I give you a joke, one slippers was upstairs and one slippers was in the kitchen, so you could understand how I must have felt. If there was a video camera, I'm sure that that would have been a funny one.
That means you went in the kitchen?
No, the slippers that was left on my foot ended up in, one was upstairs, so I left one upstairs.
Yeah.
And while I was falling, the other one must have just came along with me and ended up in the kitchen. So
and you're in the middle.
And I'm in the middle between one slippers upstairs.
Listen, that don't work. Yeah, I either use some plastic man or some superhero.
Listen to me. Listen.
So you wake up.
It was a lesson, yeah. As I was laying down, no word of a lie, as I was laying down, as I woke up and I was laying down at the bottom of that stairs, I saw my garments on the runway, on Fashion Week runway. I had a premonition vision of my garments, my clothing line on the runway, on the catwalk runway.
All right, so you're not on medication or nothing?
Not on no medication.
Something all right.
No, I was highly stressed out.
Listen.
highly stressed out.
Listen, you may need deliverance. Right? Because, for real. So if anybody locked in, yeah, who specialise in deliverance, you don't have to be a pastor. You just have to know a couple scripture. Yeah, we just
but I know all my scriptures. Thank you.
That never worked for you, though.
But you know what? Yes, you know what? Because I didn't heed it. Psalms 1 said, "Don't sit down in the seat of scornful sinners and whatever. I have to get it up for you, because I have to read this out.
Blessed is
the man that walks
not in the counsel of the ungodly, or sit in the seat of the scornful.
That's right. You understand what I'm saying? And
Psalms 1.
Psalms 1, right?
Yeah.
And if I'm being told, and I've heard this in my spirit, don't go into these people, don't go sit down with them, they're scornful, and you understand? I'm talking about their nature, the whole environment. And I ain't listening, me have to feel in it.
So that's how you see it?
That's how I do see it, because listen to me, I've been told, leave that stressful environment because it's making you sick. It was literally making me sick. I couldn't eat. When I say I couldn't eat properly, I lost so much weight in a short space of time. I couldn't eat. You understand?
That's a dangerous thing.
It's a dangerous thing, and that's what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to get across is, there's people out there who are going to jobs they cannot stand. They hate their jobs, but because they're afraid to step out and do their thing, they know they've got a gift, they know what it is, but they're so afraid of what was it, William? Not Joe Public. No, what do you call it? Well, let's call it the system then, or whatever. They're just so afraid of not having that security, of having a monthly wage. They know that this monthly wage is coming because they've worked all that time. So they know for a fact that this monthly wage is coming because they needed to pay this bill, that bill, this. They're so afraid to step out on their own. You understand what I'm saying? That they stick with this thing that is killing them. Yeah, it's mashing up their families because their children's not seeing them, their partners are not seeing them, they're not even seeing themselves. You understand what I'm saying?
Because of the work that they're doing.
Because of the work they're doing.
I can't argue with that, because there's certain people out there that just like workaholics. Yeah. Yeah, they don't mean to be, but you have to make ends meet. You understand? And you have to just keep it moving. And if you decide to stop, it's gonna mess up things. But this butter thing, what you sit on pan, but again, my concern is that there was a gap there, right, where your body physically got up and went for a walk without your permission.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. That is the part I'm watching. You're falling down the stairs. That cool, man. You're all right. Your head tough. No big thing. You know what I mean? We used to get some serious beating when we were little, so that's just nothing.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
And you look like you don't look like you fall down the stairs though. I don't see no corker.
There's nothing KV still.
No corker.
No, I don't think nothing KV.
What's your name?
Well, my name is Pearlz by nature, innit? Pearlz by nature. We're tough, you know.
That's your name.
Yeah, it's tough, innit?
Your name is, which one is your name? Pearlz by nature or tough?
Both. Them both tough.
Yeah, I think you need to go back to the top of the stairs, because you left something behind.
Listen to me. Like I said, that was the most scariest moment for me, because like I said, not remembering
what you did at
that
time.
Within that time.
Ooh.
And that let me know that there is no boss out there that's going to cause me to feel such fear that I must get into work, and if I don't get into work, he's not going to pay me. I will never ever be under that.
No, you must not say never. Never say never.
Never say never. No.
Never is a funny word, you know.
Never is a funny, but what I'm trying to say is this, right? Let me tell you something for myself. Let me tell you something. I will not have no one oppressing me. I will not have no boss telling me. Yeah, because this is what my boss was trying to tell me. Yeah, if I don't come in, he's going to revoke my contract. And if I don't do this, and if I don't do it. So I'm fretting out my life that if I'm going to get sick, because like I said, I was getting sick because of the work.
Yeah, so they're psychologically stressing you.
So psychologically stressing me out. You understand? Which is then causing my physical body now to come under strain and to come under stress. You understand what I'm saying? So because of all, it's a vicious cycle, isn't it? I'm getting sick. Now I'm getting sick, and because I'm getting sick now, I'm getting worried now. My God, if I take time off now, my boss is going to tell me, say he's not going to pay me my money. I need to pay my bills, and I need to do what I need to do.
That's dangerous.
You understand? It is. It's a vicious cycle.
I'm still stuck on this. You walking around with that from there to there. The reason why I'm saying this, I know an experience. There's a brother that I know, and this brother, everybody was chilling and everything. And this brother, I don't know what him do. I do know what he did, but he did something anyway. He went to his bed, And when he woke up, he had a full suit of clothes on, boots, everything, but he didn't go to bed with that on. He just went to bed like in his pajama, and when he woke up in the morning, he had a full suit of clothes on and boots. He don't know where he went. He don't know how he put on these clothes and these boots, and it's things that he don't normally wear. So like you might have some old shoes there. You don't put them on. You don't wear boots in the. But I'm saying like this is a thing. Like this person woke up in the morning with a whole different set of clothes on. Don't know what happened or where they went in that space of time. You could have went out there and chopped someone to pieces.
But the thing about it is,
not you personally.
Yeah, not people. But I didn't want to mention this on radio, but I will mention it because then it might help with the part. I know that I wanted to go wee. I definitely wanted to go wee before I lay down. Yeah.
You make it in it?
No, I didn't make it to the toilet. That's where I wanted to go.
Oh.
You understand why? Somewhere in my conscience thought I had to get up to go to the toilet.
I know what you need. You need a chimney. That's what you need.
I still blacked out.
They'll make no difference, but if it was under the bed, you wouldn't have got down to the stairs.
Which is true.
That's why our old school people, people always can be the best way sometimes. Because back in the day, our parents used to have chimney or some PL in the car or something. Yeah, especially them. Remember them iron piss pot that you have under the bed that if your mother gonna beat you and that's available, you get liquid that.
Right. So maybe what I need to do is get a chimney.
Get a chimney.
But that situation will never happen to me again because, like I said, I had to take away the problem. I had to eliminate the problem. The problem was the job.
And since you eliminate the problem,
since I've eliminated the problem, I don't have none of that nonsense going on no
That's
more.
a dangerous thing to have, though. Imagine children see you walk past and go, "Mom, Mom," and you just don't see them.
They don't see them.
And then you jump off the stairs.
Or something stupid like that. But the thing about it is that like I said, it put into perspective for me that I'm messing about with my life by giving my strength to a man who don't he don't care nothing about me. Just all he sees me is as another person, another employee to do whatever. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, whatever. And I thought, you know what? No, this is why I said never. And I say never by the strength of the Almighty. Never will I put myself under no oppression of no boss again. I will work with somebody and I will work alongside somebody in conjunction with them, with my own business, with them and their business. You understand what I'm saying? If they need my skills or whatever the case may be. But I will not work for another person, for someone to come and tell me that I have to do and I must do and I must do. No, not when the Almighty is not doing that to me. I'm not going to make another man, woman or dog, puss, child, nobody say that to me.
So since, as you know, we're gathering up the story, people, she get bite by some not alone English mosquito them. Then she'll walk out her sleep, left the chimney, and go jump down the stairs in her sleep.
I didn't jump down the stairs.
I don't
the
know
stairs
how it
came
happened.
to meet me.
Nah, so question I'm gonna ask you. Since as you at this little time, that's where you didn't know what happened. I'm more dwelling on that. When you did go to Africa, did anything spiritual happen to you? Did you have any kind of experience that? What's the most overwhelming experience that you had that really?
In Ghana.
Yeah.
The most, and you know, it wasn't so much a spiritual thing. Like I said, going to Cape Coast. Going to Cape Coast was something that was still is the most. Boy, I don't know how to even explain it. I don't know how to explain it.
Oh, can you tell me today?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you today, but you know what? Do you see how I'm moving my body? It's like reverberating. That kind of.
That you call it?
Yeah, because it's like that. You can feel it like that. Like you feel the energy. You feel the energy. The energy's buzzing. It's buzzing. It's moving in those the energy. Because you know it's like you can still feel the energy of them in there. You can smell everything, and it's like you can feel it. So to me, that was the most. I don't know how to explain it. I just don't. You get what I'm saying?
It's an experience that
you have to experience for yourself to know. You feel it in the whole of your being. If you get what I'm saying? It's not an outside. You feel it from head to toe in the whole of your being. You feel it in your essence. You just feel it.
So what you're saying then? You could say that there's spirits trapped there, or angry to be there, or want to leave there. or there for a vengeance? What kind of?
No, I never felt nothing with vengeance. To tell you the honest truth, I felt when I say peace, I'm not saying that they're at peace. I'm just saying it was like my friend whose face got stroked because he felt the stroke on his face. That was the woman one. Like it was in the woman when he felt his face being stroked. It wasn't no anger. You didn't feel angry. You just felt calm. It was
what
calm.
That means,
but,
so supposing the person that got stroked, that for somebody to go up to that person and stroke that person, that spirit must probably know who that guy is.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that guy must be related to that spirit.
Somebody,
that must be one of his ancestors.
Yeah, and I believe
and
that.
Say the spirit comes to him. So look at this. This is my great grandchild.
I believe that's
and
why he felt
and he
that.
knows the spirit knows who he is.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I believe he felt that.
So what did you pick up for yourself?
You know what I was constantly doing was apologizing.
Sorry.
I was saying sorry to. I was saying I'm so sorry you had to suffer through this. I'm so sorry you went through this.
That means you could have been one of the ancestors that sold them.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
No, because I wasn't saying I'm sorry that I did it. Because you have to listen to the wording used. You understand what I'm saying? Because if I was the ancestor that sold them, I would be saying I'm sorry. But I'm saying I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, but you would, because I think that they would speak through me. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm saying I'm so sorry this has happened to you. I'm so sorry that you had to go through this. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm feeling remorse. I felt I had to
apologize.
Yeah, I felt I had to acknowledge the suffering that they'd went through. Because sometimes people can go through suffering and all it needs is for them to be released or is to have that suffering acknowledged. It may not be the person who done it, you understand, but somebody acknowledged that I actually suffered. I actually went through this suffering. Somebody who actually can say I'm sorry to them, and they're just hearing that word I'm sorry, and I understand what you went through, or empathy, some sympathy. It really causes the person to be able to let go of all, you get what I'm saying, of the feelings that they, whether it be anger, resentment, whatever it is, you understand what I'm saying? Somebody just to acknowledge the fact that they've gone through that pain. And I feel that's what it was, just some acknowledgement of what they'd been through. You understand what I'm saying? And I found that's what was needed, acknowledgement. Because nobody's taking this thing seriously. It's like they say, oh, slavery and whatever. But when you go to Cape Coast and you actually see for yourself where they really were, smell for yourself what really happened to them. Oh my gosh. Like I said to you, I tell you about the door. Remember I was saying to you about the cell that had the 3 doors on it. The 3 iron doors on it. Yeah? To actually sit down and see that cell with those 3 doors on it, and you realize somebody actually masterminded that for that particular purpose. You realize the enormity,
the wickedness.
The wickedness.
Well, remember this, that's their money, Maybe they escaped at one point.
Yeah, a lot of them
so that means that
but they would have jumped. They're escaping, would only be escaping into the sea, though. They ain't escaping nowhere else. Because when you look at when you come through the village, the plant, because it's like a proper plantation. When you look at it, oh my gosh, when you see it, and like I said, I can see it in my mind's eye now, just driving up to the castle. You understand? So when you see, you're not going nowhere. You can't get away. You're really not gonna get away from them. You understand how it's set up in that? You're not getting away. So if you're going anywhere, you're going into the sea.
That's it.
That's where you're going.
So that means if you do end up rocking out of the castle at some point, you're gonna have to go into the sea.
Where because where you going there?
Yeah, but
you're going
but you're gonna, common sense will say, you know what, I can't go across the sea, so I'm just gonna run. But you don't know where, because you don't know how you got there. You don't know the journey.
Those ones were there from the off. You see in Ghana where Cape Coast is, they were there from the beginning. Those are the original people that were there from the beginning. The Portuguese came to them and enslaved them
in their own place.
In their own place. They are the beginning people. You understand? That was taken from there and shipped abroad to all the different parts of the. You understand what I'm saying? Countries. So they were the original people there.
All right. So that means, say, these people came there. These Portuguese people, you got a lot to answer for, you know, because they're the ones that really started off this slave trade. Apart from the Arabs, the Portuguese was the ones that came and caused a lot of problem as well. Yeah, and as far as slavery concerned, and all these people that has benefited trillions, empires, kingdoms, off of the backs of our ancestors, and in their heart they know that if it wasn't for these people, they wouldn't have what they got now. So common sense will say, you know what, give them back something before karma comes back to you.
So they ain't thinking of it that
No,
way.
they won't think about it now. But you see, when they get older, just like the man who killed Bob Marley, it's only till he get on his deathbed, then he's turn around and say, yeah, him kill Marley, because him know karma have a lot to do with it. You understand? He knows what goes around comes around. But it's only when you get to a certain age in your life you're gonna realize the things that you did, you have to, if you can correct them, you best correct them. And as the older you get, you try to put right the wrongs that you have done in your past. So these people that has benefited from all those people that you went there and sorry for, it's just a matter of time in their life that they're gonna have to show some remorse. But are we willing, opened enough to see when they're doing this, or if they're doing it? Not all of them as a collective gonna do it, but you'll have pockets of them that will be there because they know what's going on, they know what happened, they don't want to be a part of what's happened to black people. How can I show some remorse for what my ancestors have done? Right, I'm going to try and do this to help them, and maybe I'll try and adopt some black children, maybe I'll set up a charity for this and that, maybe I'll do something to help black people. I'm doing it because of what our people has done to them. Now, are we open enough in our hearts and in our minds or can we open our eyes enough to see the individuals that are doing this? Is your heart open up? Some people, some of we got some hard heart because of what happened.
Yeah, we do. We have hard hearts, but you know what it is? I have to try and recollect in my mind somebody who has said, you know what, my forebears have done this. Let me do this for the black community or the black people or what? Who?
There's some of them doing it.
There's some, but where?
They're there, but you don't know them.
Exactly, because they're not made themselves.
I know them
enough to think. But
I know them.
But you're gonna have to
bring
them on because
I will do that.
See,
I will do that. I know people in Spain. That actually is a bunch of them. It's about 15, 20 of them, and they put on events all over Spain. And when they raise money, the money what they raise, they put it towards a school in Ethiopia where they provide books and they finish building the walls of the school and certain different things. Not no big university, just an ordinary children's school and them things. They do these things. I know they do this because I've seen the work that they've done. So these are some people that I know, European, who are going out there doing this work. They know the history of what's happened to our people, and some of them are doing it. I don't know if they're doing it because of what's happened to us, or they're doing it because sometimes there's some people that just the most I put it upon them, choose them to do it.
Because they're willing to do it.
Because they're willing to do it, and some of us ain't willing to do it.
Some of us will use other people who are willing.
There's some of us that ain't willing. I check how much of us is actually set up something that is sending some books to Ethiopia on a regular basis, to build a school on a regular basis, to bring children's clothes and books and all that on a regular basis. How much of us is doing this? I'm not saying that none of us is doing this, but to know that from what I see, the Europeans and that I move around with and work with, and I see what they're doing, I'm saying, like, you know what, I'm glad you're doing it, but you have to do it. That's how I see it. But I'm glad you're doing it. You know what I mean? But I know, say, you know, you have to do it. You people have to do it. And I'm glad that you are doing it, or there is some that is doing it, which a lot of you are not aware of. A lot of us is not aware of this. So, saying
and
that,
it's not a bragging thing that, you know, as well, because I can understand you're not doing it to to make a name for yourself, or you're bragging about. You're just doing it because you want to do it and because you have to do it. You understand what I'm saying?
They're doing it. They're doing it.
So on that case, I can understand. Yeah, you're not gonna broadcast it as such and whatever. But you know, like I said, it's not a joke matter. It's not a joking thing. When they're saying, "Oh, we should just forget it and go on and move on," when you go to that place, you will never forget it. You will never forget it. You will never forget. It's not something that can be forgotten, because that place represents the enormity of the wicked mind that built those dungeons to do the wickedness that they did to our forebears. You understand? That place represents that. And you see in its full entirety the wickedness of it. That one particular cell, never mind the dungeons, and the dungeons were bad enough, but when you see somebody decided to put 3 metal doors on this one room that has no light and no ventilation, so when you close them doors, that is it. Within a short space of time, your air is gone. Yeah, your air is gone.
So maybe they deliberately do that to weaken them.
Deliberate to kill them. They were there to put them to dead.
No. I wouldn't do that. Remember, that's money for them, you know. Those slaves are money.
Those are the ones that were the ones that were trying to keep on escaping.
Yeah. So you put them in there. You cut down their air supply. They're gonna be too weak to escape. But then you open the door sometime to let the air in, so you can regulate the air. That's what the tree doors are for.
They said they put them in there to dead.
To dead.
To kill them.
I don't think so.
That's what the man said. That's what.
So, but if they kill them in there, they're gonna have to just take them out and bury them. So that don't make no sense.
Them, they're in the sea.
Okay.
That's
so
them gone.
Okay. So that room basically was just
that was there for that. That's what it was there for.
So when they can't control them, they put them in
there. They put them in there. Right? If they put them there, 3 metal doors.
Maybe that's why some of us afraid of the dark, innit?
Maybe.
Because
you never know.
If you're into the reincarnation thing, you know, some of you don't even like to wear chain around your neck. You know what I mean? Why? You understand?
Some of you in the blood. That fear because it travels down from generation to generation to generation. Certain things, certain fears, certain behaviors, certain things travel down from generation to generation. You know what I mean? But like I said again, that was the most. And even when I look at it of other people visiting there, and I just see the castle, I instantly tense up and I sort of like freeze up. I'm thinking, oh my God, that place. And I instantly find myself going like that.
So you might have been there before.
Look, like that. I instantly I've got the chains on. That's how I instantly hold myself like that. You get what I'm saying?
So that means you've been there before.
Maybe my ancestor. That's
no, you've been there before.
Not me personally. I don't think me personally has been there. I know my grandmother was a Maroon, and I know that my dad said that she was from Ghana.
Yeah, but they're in you.
So they're in. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So they of course their blood is in me. That's
their
in
spirit
me.
is in you. So that means even if that part of them what is connected to you, that's the part of them that tense up.
Yeah, that's how I hold myself like that. I instantly go like that. I tense myself instantly like that. You get what I'm saying? I see it and I'm just like that, and it's just like that whole experience. And and it was so funny. I see myself in the dark.
You saw yourself in the dark.
Tense up, and it's like I'm in the dark. You know what I mean?
So that means you was actually there. You was there, man. Come on, man. Listen, don't underestimate certain things because you don't understand it, or you do not want to accept that you was there. Why can't you be there? The soul lives forever, The soul is eternal. So when you leave this body, are you not? Your soul still exists.
I don't really know how to explain that.
You explain that when you leave this body, you're gonna go and get judged by God. What part of you is getting judged?
Yeah, because it is the soul. But
right.
I don't know if the soul is gonna go into this person or go into that or go. I don't know about that. I can't say a thing. You understand what I'm saying? So
I'm saying it as simple as it is. If your soul is gonna get judged, according to Christianity, to go heaven or hell, right? That part of you still exists to go through a judgment. Now, if you are found innocent or worthy, and you choose to come back, then you can come back because that part of you still exists. So what I'm saying to you is that we always existed. If you're going through a judgment, if you have to go and get judged by God for what you have done, or go heaven or hell,
Yeah.
to get judged, that part of you exists. And that part of you exists without the flesh. So that part of you can also come back. So
The soul.
The soul. So
Which
you
needs a body.
Yes, so you could have been here.
My ancestors could have been here, not me. I don't believe I could have been here. I don't know about me, Sharon, personally.
You, yes, but not under that name.
I don't know about that.
Body language. Listen, for you for what you're telling me, and for your body to react the way your body reacts, and you say you was in at the dark as well, that means you got a flashback. You know, like if you've been to a house or somewhere, you say, I've been here before. I have been here before. The same thing happened to you, but you don't want to accept that you was in there before.
It's not that I don't want to accept, it's just that I don't. For me, I'm not I don't believe in reincarnation. Maybe that's what it is. I don't believe that I've been here many times before. I do believe that you have generation patterns and behaviors and thoughts, and that goes down from generation to generation to generation. You understand what I'm saying? I do believe that, but I don't believe me personally, been here time and time again. Greetings. You understand? But something, yeah. Like I said, I don't really know how to explain it. But
all right, we got brother Reiner in here. How you doing, bro? Grab a seat, man.
Fine, thank you.
I'm gonna give you a microphone before like how you're here. Right. Yeah. Right. We are talking about basically past life experience. Yeah. Of ancestral past life. So we're saying, like, for example, could you be your great grandfather sitting there? Hey, all right, tell them your name and who you are and where you came from.
Okay, I'm Rainer, one of the German brothers, and I just came from Germany yesterday evening, and I'm here now in sunny London.
Enjoying the weather.
And
right.
I've just been welcomed to the show with a very difficult question, but quite openly, could I have been my own grandfather?
Oh, great
ancestor. Yeah, of course, I could have been. In my experience, or what I've read in looking through the literature, it happens quite often.
Yeah, that's gone. Miss. See it by the bell. You see, technology. All right, yeah. So
okay, it happens quite often in families that that someone's.
Are you speaking to the mic?
Yeah. Sorry, that that, for example.
What's up, go on here? You see, the answers are saying it's true.
What's that?
I'm right.
He said it's right.
I'm right.
About what?
What I said.
Okay.
That's what you say.
Yeah,
but I don't know. That's what you say. Yeah. I don't. Just because somebody said that is right or this person, I still that.
All right.
You might have to tell me that personally.
Brother Reiner, let us hear your point of view, because I know the phones is just blinging off since I asked that question.
Because in a family, people are often very similar, and one of the laws which governs families, or the formation of families, is law of attraction of homogeneity. So the mother and the father are often very close in their character to the sons and daughters. There can be differences, of course, but
you have to speak into the mic. Don't be afraid of the mic.
Yeah, this is just one thing which governs the formation of families, that the son is very homogeneous to the father and mother, and they are kind of very homogeneous, very alike in character and disposition, and to their fathers. And quite often it happens that that your own mother, even if she died early enough, or your own grandmother can be your grandmother, can be your daughter again. And in fact, I must say, out of my own experience, I knew my grandmother when I was young, about 10 years old. She died when I was 12 years old, and I knew her very well, and I visited her. She lived on her own in some city, and she had very peculiarities no other person had. And I know that my father had a child, a daughter, married to another man, and I looked at the baby the first time I saw the baby, and I just said, I know you. And I knew exactly that was my grandmother again.
Okay.
But I'll pass it now back to the others because I have to deal with that phone.
Okay.
Which disturbs
All
me.
right. So this is what the brother said. Pearlz. The man said he looked at the baby and he said he knew that was his grandmother.
I don't care what he says. That's what he says. I still don't believe in that, and that's just how I feel about that. I still don't.
All right,
I don't
let's say
think.
I'm not saying either. You mustn't. I'm not saying you must believe in it, right? But you must be open enough to say all things are possible. Most things are possible. Yeah, because the church people have a thing where them are gonna terrorize the people and say, yo, if you don't live good, you're gonna spend eternity in desert. You're gonna stay there and you're gonna get burned up for the rest of your ever and ever and ever. You go there and live in a paradise and whatever forever and ever and ever. Ever has no end. After a while, don't you think you're gonna get bored and want to do something else? Because that's what happens. You know what I mean? You can't just do the same thing forever and ever and ever. Sometimes you're gonna reach a point where, I could do it and experience something else. You know what I mean? So I say, those are those who can come back. I say there are people that experience this thing. There are children that come on this earth who have been here before. And as the brother said, the man from Germany, Brother Reiner just said, he saw his granddaughter and his grandmother through this little girl. Why can't we understand this too? Why have we got this blockage because of religious connection?
For me, it's got nothing to do with religion. It really doesn't have nothing to do with religion. For me.
Okay, what is it then?
You know what I mean? It don't have nothing to do with religion.
Okay,
it
so
still doesn't come from a religious point of view for me.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I can say yes, a child can look very, very strongly like her. Like it's like my cousin, her daughter looks spitting image of her mum. Spitting image of her mother. Chop off the mother said and put it on the daughter. That's the mother. You understand? Spitting image. I'm not gonna turn and say that's Auntie Julie on babies. That's Auntie Julie to come back and reincarnated in the baby. She just looks so much like the grandmother. That's how I see it.
It's not really the looks that I'm dealing with. It's the soul within the person, not the physical form. Yeah. Somebody can come back and look like somebody else in a physical form to the T, but you can also feel like a spiritual connection, an energy within that being that you are also connected to, which gives you confirmation. This person looks like this person. I can see that this person looks like this person, and I also can feel there's a connection with this person as well. So it's not just looks alone, it's a spiritual connection,
and I hear
which you cannot explain.
The spiritual part of it,
we cannot explain it. Some people cannot explain it, but they know it's just beyond the physical.
The spiritual, then it's the spirit part of it, not the soul part of it.
Yeah, we're talking about the spiritual connection. It doesn't have to be physical. From with you and the ancestors.
Then if it's a spiritual, then I can think about the spiritual part, because the soul is just the mind, heart, and emotions and all the rest of it. The spiritual connection, the spiritual, because like I said, you have things that go on spiritually from generation to generation to generation. Yes, I can connect with that part of stuff. The spirit side of things, you get what I'm saying? Definitely the spirit side of things, because the spirit doesn't live on and go on and go on, just like I said, the soul. But
soul is forever, eternal.
But for me, it's more the spirit, because it's a spirit that lives within, can live within, or it can be it without. You understand what I'm saying? And it can operate from without, and it can operate from within. That goes on from generation to generation. They call that familiar spirit. You understand? That goes on.
So
from
the
generation
spirit.
to generation.
So what we're saying then is that you have the spirit.
Yeah, the spirit of
right. So when somebody passes, right? I don't know if Brother Ryan wants to come into this, so you can chill out. When somebody passes, the body dies, which is a vehicle, but then you have the spirit. Then you have the soul.
Yeah.
Right.
But
so are the spirit and the soul? Brother Ryan, is the spirit and the soul the same thing? Okay, so
No,
when
the
you was
spirit is the inner man.
the
The
spirit.
soul is your emotions, what you think, what you feel, touch, senses. That's your soul. Your soul. Your spirit is your breath. Yeah, your beat that moves
Right,
that
because-
moves your that's what motivates your body. That's what moves your body. Because when that spirit leaves your body, that breath leaves your body, that's it. You're dead. You're not thinking. You're not feeling. You're not touching. You're not tasting nothing. That spirit has to be within your body to move and mold. That's who you are. Your spirit. You're not your soul. You're the spirit.
Right.
Your
Then
spirit uses your soul, your senses, your feel, your touch, your what to.
you,
know
I
what
feel,
mean?
say you are your soul, because there's a part of you which is not physical. Yeah, and for example,
That's
now,
the spirit part. That's not physical.
then you could say then it's just spirit. Then there's a part of you which is not physical. Now, this part of you that is not physical, when you are not in the flesh, that part of you is 100% sensitive,
Yeah,
active.
your spirit.
Your nerves, your senses, your touch, your taste, your smell is heightened to its maximum.
Yeah, but it's your spirit who you are, because your spirit, once that spirit leaves your body, the spirit is the all right, then this, if I don't, people call it Christian. I don't understand why they call it Christian, because it's way before Christianity. The breath of the Almighty that breathes, that's in your body, your breath that He breathes into your body, that makes you a living soul, living nephesh. Nephesh is their Hebrew for soul. Yeah, that's the spirit that He breathes into you.
And you become a living soul.
Your living soul. Your soul is your feelings, your touch, your emotions, everything. Because when you die and your spirit leaves that body, all of you can't think again, you can't touch again. That body is now done, it's finished.
Yeah, but you can still, yeah.
Your spirit, which is your spirit, yes, can.
Your spirit can still feel things.
No, your spirit is no, your soul is what does the feeling and the touching, and your spirit is what lives in.
If you're not in this body, you can still experience touch, taste, smell.
As a spirit.
Yes. You can. As a spirit or a soul or whatever you want to call it, you can still experience touch, taste and smell. Alright, then give an example. One example. I can, but I'm not going to go into too deep on that, but just a fine example of that you can experience touch, taste, smell outside of the body. A dream. Somebody can have a dream that I had ice cream and it tastes like strawberry. You're not physically touching it, you're having a dream, but you can taste it. You're having a dream that you're in Africa or Germany or wherever, and you can feel the heat and you can feel the cold in the dream.
But
what part of you?
But in the dream, you're in a body, though, aren't you?
Yeah, but it's not this body.
But you're still in a body.
You can identify that you are a being. Yeah, but you know that you are not in this physical body here, because you're at home sleeping. You know you're sleeping. A dream is a dream. So when you are in a dream and you have emotions, you see somebody like your grandmother or your grandfather and you start crying in the dream, it feels real. The tears feel real.
But then,
the emotions feel real.
In your body, though, that dream, you're still in your body to dream that, isn't it?
Yeah, but you are not actually, your body itself is not actually touching grandma. You understand? Your body in the bed is not actually shedding a tear, but you in this dream is doing these things and experiencing these things and feeling these things, which makes this also another reality. Because some people die in their sleep. That means sometimes they might not even know that they've passed away, because they've moved on into that reality, and that reality now becomes real because they can touch, taste, smell, see everything in that dimension. So which one is real? We can be here saying me and you are real and I'm touching and I'm feeling you, but in a dream I can do the same thing. Overstand? I know it's just
no, it's not gone over my head. I'm just thinking about it and contemplating.
But think about it though. So this is what I'm saying. Even in dreams, we could have dreams of ancestral. We was in this and that. That's why I said when you're going back to that thing there, when you felt that you felt the that. To me, that was a flashback of something that you actually experienced. Your body how it reacted at the time. So you was actually there at one time.
I don't know if I was actually
That
there.
is my diagnosis, not physically in this flesh.
Yeah. I know not physically in this flesh, but like I said, because I don't, again, I'm going to reiterate, I don't believe in, this is for me, I don't believe in reincarnation. I don't. And that's it. I just don't believe in reincarnation. That's just me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if it's more a spiritual thing where maybe you know, I don't know what. You understand what I'm saying?
You don't know what at this time.
You understand? Yeah. So for me, the Almighty himself would have to reveal that to me. There's no man that can tell me nothing. The Almighty himself would have to show me that I've been a vision or something. He'd have to tell me, no, not by no walking on himself via his spirit to me. He'll have to like show me that. He'd have to. You get what I'm saying? He'd have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, people, as you hear it got, yeah, number 07. I wouldn't even give out the number thing, you know. With the Tara. No, I didn't.
You didn't.
No, I didn't. Old tie are the crew. What are the people in a Jamrock? Yeah. Yeah. That's all it is. Yep, a lot of people. All right, cool. Yeah, so that's what it is. We talking about the thing. If you got your experience that you can say, well, you have doppy too, you know. Right?
I know.
I was listening to Muta yesterday,
I've seen
and I
loads
talked
of
about
those.
doppy bucks down some people. Yeah, that's a physical, that's a physical thing, you know. That an entity can actually harm somebody who's physical. A spirit can harm somebody that is physical. Spiritual and physical connect, interacting. Looking at all of these things, these things are possible. So that means half the things I think I know, I don't know.
Yeah.
So the other things that there is to know, out of a scale of 1 to 100, we just reach 1. If we reach 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. No matter how much hundreds of books you got, how much knowledge you got, even if you feel so you have the truth, you have 1% of the truth. It might be the truth, but it's not the whole truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when we was little, or when we was younger, when we was going college, we thought we knew the truth then. Yeah, I'm set. I'm this now. This is where I am. This is what I'm going to say. I believe in this. And then 10 years later, you're not even doing that. You're doing something totally different.
Yeah.
Because that's the truth.
Yeah.
And then another 10 years again, you're on another truth. So that means the truth is like wisdom. It has no ending. You know? So that's how it goes. So people, Pearlz, I had a wonderful time talking about you and the doppy them. I had a wonderful time of you telling me how you fling yourself off the stairs in your sleep. You know what I mean? And not even a cork up on your forehead. You do well.
The stairs come and drag me down.
Yeah, you slept with the helmet on, innit? And shin pads and all them things there.
Said, you know what, come let me drag you down there.
Yeah, lucky you never had wooden floors or plain like, you know that.
I did have wooden floors. It is wooden.
On the stairs.
On my stairs. There's no carpet on my stairs.
And not even a corker.
Listen to me. I didn't get, no, and this is what I'm saying. Because I was trying to reenact this thing, how I fell down the stairs. I was really trying to look. I stood at the top of my stairs and I thought, nah, let me see how this must have worked. Because the flower pot turned over. So I must have rolled down this way and maybe Buduf against that and Buduf against, you know, in the pinball machine, and you ping.
So you turn pinball?
So I must have pinball against
there. You're hearing these people?
Lick down the flower pot.
That's why me not smoke funny weed, you know.
I don't
because
smoke,
you see,
and I don't drink people, yeah.
You stop smoking.
So,
you don't smoke, do you?
No, I don't smoke. I've never smoked.
And you got through them
and
thing
I've
then?
never drank. That's what I said.
You
That's
mean
the
that means
cause
you need
of
some
stress.
grade then? You need to
that's the cause of
take a
stress.
medication.
No, stress. Stop going to these workplaces that is killing you. Stop doing it. Stop going to the workplaces. We'll go back to that and go self-employed. Be brave, be courageous, and your gifts will work for you. Gifts will make room for you, right?
But remember, they have to make ends meet. And
they will make ends meet. More than enough ends will meet. Trust me. Because you know what? You have free time to do you how you want to do you. No boss pressuring you. And you'll become more creative. And you'll get more ideas. And more things will happen for you. Trust me. Because it's already happening for me. Doors are opening for me like I've never had before. So, that's my advice.
Okay. All right, people. I hope you enjoyed the little show. Pearls of Wisdom was talking about something, and you know, whatever the case may be, I wish you all the best on the next journey. Cause I say you were meant to go there.
I was very much meant to.
You were meant to go there, maybe to get closure, because you was there before, and you need to go there.
No, I'm going to go back again. I will be going back again.
I'm going when you're going.
Yeah,
we are going.
Yeah, I will go back again. because I feel I do need to go back again, because
Closure.
I feel that not so much for closure, because this first time going, you go and you got an anticipation and all the rest of it, but you know, I think the next time I go is for me to really meditate, hold a proper meditation on it, you know, go and really like
do some obia.
not obia, just really just look and observe and just listen, basically, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to listen, to hear what I needed to hear, but I couldn't really hear and think, you know what I mean?
Carla. Greetings.
Yes, my brother.
Yes, King. What go on?
But I love the show, man. I love how they are and the Sista Pearlz, you know.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
so who's the
But
eye?
Sista-
Where the eye you call from?
Acne, you know.
Oh, seen. So what's
Okay,
the reasoning? What
yes.
part of the reasoning you kind of hold on to?
Yeah, I just like the balance between you and the sister still, you know. But my sister, the brethren that talk truth, you know, the body in the reincarnate is just the soul, you know. Yeah, man, but everything blessed, man. That's a lovely reason, because you have a balance, you know.
Yes.
But don't have no fear in your voice, sister. You have a strong king beside you there, you know. You're a strong empress, too, so.
Yeah,
You're not to worry, man. I love how they are and the sister reason, you know.
it's not, I'm not even worried.
No,
Yeah,
man,
it's
you know,
fine.
sound word at all. You sound positive.
Yeah, I am. I'm very positive. You get what I'm saying? It's not. I'm not saying that I don't believe or not believe, but like I said, for you know, when I say I don't believe, for me the reincarnation part, because people say you come back as a horse and a butterfly, and you come back like this and you come back like no. If we was made in God's image, you know, like you said, we come we not. There's no horse and butterfly. I'm not going to become no horse or butterfly. That's what I'm just saying from that. But reincarnation for me, I would say spiritual wise, behaviors and behavior patterns and mindsets and stuff passed down from generation to generation. In that sense, yes, I do believe that.
That's right, come on.
Yeah.
I feel so the good things are passed on to I and I, you know.
Yeah. That's what.
So
that's
listen,
what
just
I feel,
stay positive and stay same way and keep the works, you know.
Yeah.
All right, bless up,
And-
Virgin.
Big up the eye, my brother. And big up the blessed family, you know.
Yes, I. Unity is strength.
Rastafari.
Blessed love.
Of course, man. Unity is strength, man.
Yes, brethren, and if the eye them have anything that them are the brethren them want to advertise and thing, it's all good, you know. It's not a money thing, you understand, because it's not about that. You know what I mean? So enough of
No,
us
man,
set up a little thing.
If I have it, I'll give it to man, because we need some of that to big up the blessed family, man, and keep the thing strong, you know.
Yeah.
A part of the thing, you know. Mustn't feel shame of that, man. It's a part of the thing, you know.
That's how it goes. So yes, bless up, brethren,
Thank
and give
you.
thanks for the link.
Rastafari.
Yeah?
Bless the eye.
Bless
Yes,
you,
aye. More
Lord.
strength.
Okay.
All right.
More love.
Blessed love. You see, people, family, that's the talk, man. That is the thing we're talking about. Yeah, unity is strength. So as I said to the brethren and those who locked on, Bless Radio. What's the email address? Bless.
Radio
You see,
You see.
you stop your business. Bless Radio at Hotmail. No, Bless Radio at Outlook.com.
Okay.
Bless Radio 1.
Bless Radio 1.
Yeah, the number one.
Yeah, the number one.
Bless Radio 1 at Outlook.com. Right. Send your little advert there, and they will take care of that and thing. Don't but come sending no rave and no dance or nothing. If you have a little stall or you have a little corner shop and you do a little thing and you try to sell some hot or vegetables or whatever you're doing, art and craft, just send the ad in and somebody will check your link. You come there and see what I go on, and then they will run the ad for you. That's it. They're not asking you for a penny. That makes sense? Not to you, but to us. When the Most High guide us and give you what you want in life, which the breath of life you have, you tell me how much you pay for that.
Exactly.
How much it costs you for the breath of life. For a peaceful night's sleep, how much it costs you. So if you get all that for free, then you don't think so you should give back something, because what you have for free is priceless. So whatever you give cannot come nowhere near
That's right.
the value of what you have. Just like you have children. Your children are priceless. You can't buy them. You can't get another one of them. So you would do anything to keep them. As if they're good ones.
As if they're good ones.
As if they're good ones. So people, I'll let you finish the show. We've got Brother Ryan coming up. Out to all those who are locked on. I don't know if Brother Gregory, Brother Femi, I don't know where he is. He's Brother Gregory. Hold tight for the show that's coming up next would be the Grail Message, where there'll be a spiritual discussion show with Brother Reiner, who's come here all the way from Germany. Real talk.
And my great-grandfather was German as well.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
My trainers are German.
He was German too. Yes, he was a priest.
He's a
Actually,
priest.
he was a priest.
A black priest.
He wasn't black.
Oh, he was in German.
Yeah, he was German.
He's a priest.
Yeah.
So you could be him then.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Saved by the Bell. You see your ancestor say no. Every time I mention about
Raggedy is my ancestor. Greetings, Raggedy.
All right.
Listening.
So we're gonna leave you with that. So kings and queens, Rastafari, sons and daughters, let Jah rise, make your enemies be scattered, and let them flee before the presence of the Almighty. Okay. So it's our time, and we're gonna do it in a loving way.
Yes.
And we're gonna walk over this thing in a loving way. And you see, when you use love to conquer these things, there is nothing no one can do.
That's right.
Nothing no one can do.
Live
You understand?
in love, walk in
Overstand
love.
and understand. See, you know what I mean? And that's one thing that the real Rastafari sons and daughters have, is that divine love. It's not about the locks on your head, you know, because people have locks on their head and you see them in a crack down, chicken in a box, and some of them are smoke crack and all kind of things. It's the divinity within.
Hard.
Yes, like your butt.
Your butt. Sitting on your talent.
Sitting on your butt, not doing nothing and saying, but this, but that, but this, you become a butt. And you know what a butt do? Sit down and cheer and don't move. You don't want to be a butt.
No.
All
right.
Right, so we're going to leave you with that. We're out of here. Brother Reiner coming up all the way from Germany. Yeah. When did you get here? Today? Yesterday? Yes, he came here yesterday night, all the way from Germany. That's a wonderful thing. That's how we are going to roll, you know. Give people some real things, foreign things. All right, so we're out of here, people. Same time next week, Jah willing. Yes. And Jah guide you, strengthen you, and be good. And if you can't be good,
then you make sure you'll be good.
No, you said what? I got to. If you can't be good,
I don't know. What are you supposed to be?
If you can't be good, you have a problem, innit?
Yes, really and truly, yeah, you do have a problem.
That's it.
Yes, if you can't be good, you got a problem. So just,
okay.
Sort it out.
Don't be careful, because you can be bad and careful. You can be wicked and careful. You can be evil and careful.
Yeah.
But be good.
They're waiting patiently enough.
I know, I'm just enjoying talking to you. We love very well, innit?
Yeah, we do love a lot, we do, yes.
Okay, all right. Come on for the mic now.
All right,
go on, about your business.
All right.
Yeah,
laters, people, laters.
Yeah, go on.
Love, blessing, peace,
yeah,
love.
Go on.
Bye. Bye.
No cigarette smoking in my room. I still want Marley. Bless FM radio, play good tune.
Power is the ability to define someone's reality and have that person accept that definition as if it were their own.
Everything was stripped from us. That's why we're so ignorant today and so baffled and ridiculous and keep going in the same circle.
From executive producer, who has appeared on The Tonight Show, Late Night with Conan O'Brien, and various MTV and VH1 programs.
Our history, for some reason, it becomes offensive to people. So we have to stop being afraid to tell what our true history is.
Best-selling author Tariq Nasheed is determined to uncover the real truth about untold history.
It's necessary to destroy a man's mind in order to maintain control of him. If a man knows who he is and continues that into his legacy, to his children, then you have problems controlling that man.
Interviewing leading scholars and historians, discussing topics omitted from modern history.
Only a people who haven't learned how to respect themselves will let someone suggest themselves that they forget about the history.
Hidden Colors, the untold history of people of Aboriginal, Moor, and African descent. The groundbreaking documentary that challenges conventional knowledge.
I don't really think it's hidden. It's there. It's just that they're not allowing us to understand.
Well, this is the higher meditation because these are the times right now the earth is moving in a positive vibration. People them a wake up and a rise up. These are the times that we are talking about. Keeping it positive, keeping it real. King Selassie Rastafari govern the earth and the people them. You see me I say, yeah.
Rastataya, Rastataya, Rastataya. This is the Shaka from station to station to tell the generation and the nations. Rastafari. Education is the key. All youth strive for development. Rastafari. Love is the key. Then give them that. Give them that message from me.
Them a wonder how blessed radio do this. I see them come with tongue. Future prophet tell them we love get longer. Eden heart it and it. Bless radio, you don't know. Pop the good music. Play them.
Bless FM RL. No cigarette smoking in my room. Yeah. I still want Marley. Bless FM radio, play good tune.
Hello, good evening. This is Brother Rainer, and we are talking tonight in the context of the Grail message about that great topic of forgiveness. And I have with me Brother Benoit. Brother Benoit, are you there?